Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. We have a lot to talk about because apparently the secret video of Charlie Kirk appointing Erika as CEO if something happens to him was released. Or was it? I don't know what that was. I'm just done feeling tried. I'm tired of them folks trying my intelligence. I'm tired of them folks trying my discernment, all of that, my common sense, because I don't know what that was. And so let's talk about it. Before we get to it, make sure you guys hit the like button. We are on the road. My fault. Hit the sub button as well. If you are new to the channel, we are on the road to 22K. I appreciate all the support along the way. If you're also new to the channel, you don't know what's going on behind me. Make sure you drop your state or country on where you are listening from so I can drop a pin for you. Somebody might already be representing your location, so you never really know. But if you have never dropped your state or country, please do so just to make sure I got you up there. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate y'all for listening and tuning in. But without further ado, we got to get to this BS. We have to get to it because I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. These folks continue to gaslight us, manipulate, weaponize. And it's just getting frustrating at this point. They had all the time in the world to come up with something better than what we got last night. They had months. And I don't think that these people are dumb. So it just makes you wonder why? Why? Why all of these different crumbs that y'all are leaving? Why are y'all doing it? It just doesn't make any sense. So when my phone was going off last night and I saw the notifications going crazy and it says the secret video was released. Here it is, Charlie appointing Erika as CEO. I said, wow, this shall be interesting. This is what we've been waiting for, right? So let's get straight to it and what they decided to show us and what they wanted us to believe, which was the video of him appointing Erika Kirk as CEO. Let's take a look.
The most important relationship in your life is the one that you have with your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. His passion was my passion, and now his mission is my mission.
I appoint my wife to run Turning Point USA if something happens to me. Erika would do a great job.
The most important relationship.
Let's take a look one more time because, yes, it was that fast.
In your life is the one that you have with your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. His passion was my passion, and now his mission is my mission.
I appoint my wife to run Turning Point USA if something happens to me. Erika would do a great job.
The most important relationship.
How disappointing. I feel tried. I feel disrespected. I'm kind of annoyed by this whole situation just because of how choppy, how edited, how off this entire video was. And it's like, why? It was 5 seconds. The least y'all could have did was provide the whole context without chopping it up. So now when we go back and break this video down off of face value, now, right? We're not even going to go into the research yet. I want to just base, let's break down the video itself. Let's break down the video itself. Off rip right here. I'm talking about off rip. I said, this looks like a public event. This does not look like some private meeting with donors. This looks like a public event. This looks like a typical Q&A at one of his public events. Then I also looked at this backdrop right here. It says building the machine, right? You got building the on the podium. And then you see the first letter right here. It says M. And you can kind of map it out. It says building the machine. I'm like, that doesn't sound like a donor event, building the machine. I don't really think they will be promoting anything at the donor event. So all of that was off. Then the video is only 5 seconds long. And they had to cut it, put this right here in there of Charlie and Erika kissing, which is completely irrelevant to what the situation, what we need at the moment. They threw this in there, and then they went right back to Charlie. Why? Why? It's 5 seconds. You didn't have to cut that. Let us hear everything in full. Because in the audio, the AI audio that we heard in December, everything was put together. It sounded very strange. But in this video, it's clipped up. They throw Erika in there, Erika and Charlie in there kissing. Lastly, this last part right here of him talking
would do a great job.
Mission.
I appoint my wife to run Turning Point USA if something happens to me.
he appoints,
Passion, and now his mission is my mission.
I appoint my wife to run Turning Point USA if something happens to me.
because they cut it up and they threw in there at the end, I appoint my wife Erika to run. Oh, my fault. It's actually this part right here.
Erika would do a great job.
Erika would do a great job. They couldn't even finish him saying job. That could have been a response to absolutely anything. That's what happens when you cut it up. We don't know the full context of it. Somebody could have asked anything. Hey, Charlie, how does Erika handle you being gone on the road for so long and watching the kids and holding down the house? I think Erika does a great job. It could be a response to anything. But here we are left to speculate because y'all are cutting it up. Now, that's just that. I'm still not done with the surface level dissecting of what they gave us last night.
The most important relationship in your life is the one that you have with your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. His passion was my passion, and now his mission is
I want to slow this part down because I thought this was very, very strange.
my mission.
I appoint my wife to run
Charlie is grinning.
Turning
He's grinning.
Point USA if something happens to me.
Passion, and now his mission, my mission.
I appoint my wife.
He's grinning. So if you ask me if I'm just using my common sense here, he's being sarcastic. He's responding to somebody's question with sarcasm. I don't think somebody that was questioning about his death and what would happen to him would respond with a grin and a smile and say, I'll point my wife, Erika, to CEO if something happens to me. Like, of course. That ain't nothing to laugh about or smile about or grin about. So this right here, I don't think all of this was AI. I think this was actually said at a public event, but he's being sarcastic.
To run Turning Point USA if something happens to me.
He's completely grinning and smiling. It's a sarcastic response to whoever was asking him a question.
Erika would do a great job.
Erika would do a great job, right? We don't know what that could be. Again, we don't know what question it was where his response could be. Erika would do a great job. Hey, what if you open up another TPUSA women's, I don't know, some type of women's thing, right? Another nonprofit, another entity that these people be creating. What if you did that? Do you think Erika would run that? Yeah, I think Erika would do a great job. We don't know, right? We don't know. So that was just off of simply face value, what they gave us. I immediately was like, bro, this is so weird. It was a 5-second clip. Why would they slice it up like this? You can't give me 5 full seconds. You had to split it up into 2.5 segments and throw in there a video of Charlie and Erika kissing. You couldn't give me the full 5 seconds? That was very, very, very strange to me. So I knew something was immediately off, right? The backdrop, building the machine doesn't make any sense. And this was without the internet going crazy, right? Again, off of face value, which is something that is just brought to me, you know what I mean? And I'm looking at it for the first time. That's what I mean, like just taking it at face value. Do I believe what I'm seeing without actually doing deep dives and research and trying to see what's going on? Do I believe what I'm seeing? No, I don't. That was before we even started doing research into the internet, seeing what's going on, all this other stuff. And then obviously the internet got involved. The internet got involved, and people started to realize the same exact thing. Something is off. So I found a lot of different things where people are starting to debunk stuff and everything. And I love the internet. We all come together on stuff like this to solve BS, because we're just tired of being tried. We're tired of being lied to. So we have this right here. Somebody pulled up the same thing that I was talking about, right? The whole internet's talking about it. Building the machine, right? That's on the backdrop. That was a theme at AppCon 2023. And when you actually Google this right now at this moment, and you say a public event where building the machine was the backdrop at a Charlie Kirk event, which event was that? And it'll pull up AppCon 2023. You can actually go look at this podcast and listen to the first 22 minutes of Charlie's opening remarks. And it sounds just like the video that they tried to play for us. And they're trying to tell us that video that they tried to play for us, that was the secret video, was in August of 2025. The gaslighting is absolutely crazy. So that was one of many. Then obviously people started to break down, his lips wasn't in sync in that last sentence. But one thing that I really wanted to focus on was the backdrop, because it kind of gives it away. Because again, if it's a private donors meeting, I just don't believe building the machine would be the appropriate backdrop for a private donors meeting in Aspen with a whole bunch of rich people, right? They pay for the organization. So there's really no reason to promote anything. You would think that it would be a little bit more elegant, right? Instead of Charlie Kirk standing up there as if he's talking to students, answering questions. You would think that it would be a little bit more elegant when it comes to rich people in Aspen talking about different money moves, right? Similar to something like this. Very, very similar to something like this. Now, this seems like it could have been in Aspen, right? Let me see if I can pull it up a little better for y'all. This seems like a private donors event. And you see the backdrop, investors retreat or investor retreat, with the Aspen mountains in the back. This looks like a private donors event in Aspen, Colorado. Look how Charlie's dressed. Look how everything is just more elegant. They're sitting on leather couches. This makes a lot more sense. And so somebody's already been coming out saying, no, this is what the Aspen retreat looks like. And everybody's already dissecting everything and saying, no, this is what it probably would have looked like if it was actually at the private donors Aspen event. Whatever that was that they just tried to show us was not a private donor event in Aspen. So it just makes you wonder. We can pull up so many different angles of everything that's being broken down with that 5-second clip. But that's not Charlie appointing Erika as CEO. That's not the context that they wanted us to believe. That's not it at all. Another reason on how I know that is because when the Daily Mail first dropped the news that they had the secret video, this is what they chose to use. They chose to use this article with this thumbnail right here of Charlie saying bombshell secret video of Charlie Kirk naming his true Turning Point successor days before assassination. Using this thumbnail, looking like it's a secret video, looking like Charlie's doing something that we just have never seen before. Well, that was debunked because the actual video is him in Korea talking about his trip.
Everybody, I'm here in South Korea. By the way, I'm here at a park at night. That's the most dangerous thing that I just saw, which was a black cat. No bums, no people trying to attack you. It's amazing. Crime is a choice. And here in South Korea, they decide not to put up with crime. We should do the same. Anyway, this is a statue here to General Douglas MacArthur. It's pretty amazing testimony here. South Korea only exists because of the United States of America. Never let anyone tell you that America is a bad country. Korea was attacked by the communists, the Chinese communists, and the communist forces, and America decided to step up, and Douglas MacArthur led the charge and really built what is now modern-day South Korea. If it was not...
Y'all get the point. It's not talking about I appoint Erika as my wife, as CEO if something happens to me. But that's the thumbnail they chose to use when promoting the article that Turning Point USA shared with them, the secret video. And it was a private event and they screened it for everybody to see. And that's the thumbnail they chose to use. And then the video had nothing to do with the context of what they were saying. And then on top of that, this was behind a paywall. So you had to pay $1 just to see them lie, just to read about them lying. There wasn't even a video. We had to go find this Korea video. What they had was just an article saying, hey, trust us. We saw it. Trust us. They shared it with us. We screened it. We saw it. Just trust us. So when you think about this, and then you think about what they showed us right here.
Your life is the one that you have with your Lord. His passion was my passion, and now his mission is my mission.
I appoint my...
Why was this not the screenshot? Y'all think we stupid? Y'all think we dumb? Why was this not the screenshot of the secret video? I'm tired of being disrespected, man. I'm tired of being tried. I'm tired of my discernment being tried. I'm tired of my intelligence being tried. And they keep on playing with us. And it's annoying because they do it on purpose. They did this on purpose just to say, see, we told y'all if we released the video, we told y'all wouldn't be satisfied. It's always something. It's always something. Because if y'all remember, that's what they said. Oh, if we release the video, now y'all are going to say it's AI. Y'all are going to do this. Y'all are going to do that. And that's exactly what we're doing because it is fake. The context of it, not the whole video is AI. The context of it, it's fake. This was not in Aspen. But now it's, we told y'all nothing's ever good enough. And then we're never going to hear a follow-up on this ever again. It's done. And I'm so sick and tired of being left on these cliffhangers. We can't ever get to a solution or a conclusion. If you have the video, just release it. Shut everybody up. And then first it was, no, we don't want to show it. We don't want to reveal donors. It's secret. It's private. It's this, that, and the third. We don't want to show it. Now y'all have no problem showing it. Now you have a shot of Charlie on the stage, right? There's no donor involved. There's no donor in sight. And you still had to slice the video up and put in another B-roll clip. You still had to do it. When you could have just left the camera right there on Charlie and let it play all the way through and through on what he actually said. You still had to slice it up, edit it, all the other stuff on 5 seconds. There's no donor involved. There's nobody here that we're exposing their privacy on and who it was and all that stuff, even though that person is very important too, because who is asking a 31-year-old, hey, Charlie, if you were to die tomorrow, or if you were to die, what would happen? Who's asking a healthy 31-year-old that question? Well, that's a conversation for another day. I'm just tired of these folks trying us as if we don't have all the context. We don't have all of these things that we're putting together that we're like, hey, this doesn't make any sense. Hey, this doesn't make any sense. Then they're going to say, no, we're doing too much now. We're tripping. We're the ones that are crazy. So what I want to leave y'all with is the AI audio clip that we had in AmFest, which started all of this back in December. I want to play that. And then I want to play what they gave us. And even if you compare these two, it's two different things.
Big that it can survive beyond just the founder. A lot of organizations and groups, as soon as a founder leaves, it just kind of collapses. A lot of my job is not always in the day-to-day details. It's very much vision casting, very much driving success. But we have a great board, and God forbid if something happens, they'll figure it out. I appoint my wife to run Turning Point USA if something happens to me. Erika would do a great job.
He said a lot. That was way more than 5 seconds. And it was very close together. But why in the video they gave us, they had to split it up?
But we have a great board, and God forbid if something happens, they'll figure it out. I appoint my wife to run Turning Point USA if something happens to me. Erika.
Why couldn't they play that first part?
Would do a great job. If something happens, they'll very much driving success. But we have a great board, and God forbid if something happens, they'll figure it out.
But we have a great board, and God forbid if something happens, they'll figure it out. That was right before he said,
I appoint my wife to run Turning Point USA if something happens to me.
That was right before that. So if they wanted to give us the full context, why couldn't they give us the full context of the clip that y'all provided? Y'all shared with us that. So why couldn't we get a video of that being said? Because what we get is this.
Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. His passion was my passion, and now his mission is my mission.
I appoint my wife to run Turning Point USA if something happens to me. Erika would do a great job.
That's what we get. I'm tired of it, man. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of gaslighting. And we won't ever hear nothing again. They'll say, we told y'all, we gave it to y'all. What more do you want? We told y'all this wasn't going to be enough. Y'all are crazy. And it's just going to be a forever going cycle with these people. They just continue to lie. They continue to deceive. And they continue to gaslight and manipulate. So, I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. Drop in the comments what y'all think on this video. Let me know if you feel like this is legit. Maybe you do. And maybe you can explain it a little bit better than the people that actually dropped the video. Who knows? But drop in the comments on what y'all think. Make sure you like the video before you get out of here. Make sure you guys hit the sub button. If you are new to the channel, we are on the road to 22K, and I appreciate all the support along the way. I will see y'all on the next one.